Ah, ah, ah. Do you know what? My stomach, it's my intestines. That's what it is, my intestines. It feels like someone has taken a knife, opened my stomach up, taken out my intestine, and fucked it. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
And Mr. Sexy up there, you can see in the sexy shorts. That's my mate,
What's
Uli.
up?
Hello. Head honcho, you can see there, of Kamenica Reaper. You should definitely be checking out Kamenica Reaper's links because, bitch, that stuff is amazing. I got some of it here.
So do
Not
I.
everything. Oh,
Good
you as well.
evening.
You as well. You
Yeah.
as well. You as well.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, I love all of that stuff. And today we have something kind of special for you because we are about to get funky on your ass. And by the end of today, you are going to be able to have a complete history of funk playlist. That's the plan for today, Batman. That's what we're doing. My buddy up there, Uli, as you can see, he is a specialist on the history of funk. Uli, why are you a specialist on the history of funk? Explain, please.
First of all, I would not call me a specialist. Always when you tell you're a specialist on something, there are like 10,000 people telling you better. But the thing is, I love funk music. I love funk music, soul music, disco music, like everything black from, let's say, before the 90s. Yeah, that's basically it.
That's
I like
bloody good reasoning.
I like records. I love to play records, and I collect them. But I would also not call me like a large collector, as there are larger ones.
How many records do you have in your record collection, Uli?
Let's say between 1,500 and 2,000. It's in that something in that dimension. Yeah.
Dude, I have never seen 1,500 records in one place at the same time. And so
they are not in one place. I can't store them.
Well, much as he's modest, I think you can guess this boy knows his funk. And today, or whatever time you happen to be with us, we are going to be sharing step for step how funk developed with you. And of course, being a pair of dumbass chili heads, we got some heavy duty chili to suck down at the same time. I got a couple of delicious, yeah, I got a couple of delicious Kamenica Reaper things here. Now, this one here, I adore. Here, look how clear and beautiful this is. Please tell them, my dear friend, what this is.
Well, I think we've talked about that in another episode, but of course I will. And it's not available for to buy. That was some very private batch which I shared with you. And
I love being a chili cook guy. It's so cool you get that private batch stuff.
Yeah, it's basically a pear liquor and infused with, of course, pear as well as with chilies. And I think I've used some Carolina Reaper caramel, if I remember well, because that was 1.5 years ago when I infused it.
Dude, I am going to have a hit of this right now because it's so fucking good. I have a glass. I might resort to the bottle. Ooh, baby, I love it. But I'm going for the glass to start with. Oh. Now, for those of you who don't live in Germany, who speak English, I would just like to tell you that this particular pear liquor is known as Willy in German, or Willy, as you might pronounce it here, which, of course, if you're British, you will know Willy is a slang term for penis, and there is nothing nicer than going into a bar and asking the barman for a big Willy. It's one of my favorite things to do. Cheers. Long life, good health. Oh. Mm. Oh. Now. Oh. This is one of my weapons today. I have a second one. Who's this? My boy, tell them what that is.
This is the number 5 of my sauce. Well, more or less my standard sauce, which is also like one of the hottest ones I got. I have the same one here. It comes in 100 and, as you have it, in 200 milliliters. It's Carolina Reaper fermented hot sauce with pear and apple fermented, of course, garlic. Yeah, it's one of my top sellers.
To put this in a context for those of you who can't smell what I'm smelling right now, all I have to tell you is this stuff is the shit. Really. I'm busy hiccuping. Oops, I'm busy hiccuping and dropping chili sauce everywhere. But this stuff I love. And so what have you got with you, my boy? You've got your top seller. What is the name of the sauce, please?
That is the number 5 sauce. I was so creative. Number 5.
Oh, I love it. Like Mambo number 5. Oh, and it's hot as fuck as well. Oof. Wowzers. Ooh. And you also have weapons with you. You have your number 5 sauce.
Yeah,
and what else?
I have the other thing which really gave me very good feedback is the Caribbean sauce, which I used Trinidad Scorpion chilies, fermented also with apple and pear. But the next batch will be with peaches. The batch is fermenting at the very moment. And the next one is going to be with peaches and and Caribbean spices.
Dude, boys and girls out there, what you're listening to is a king professional right there. Excuse me, cheers. Long life, good health. I do apologize. I've gone from glass to bottle. Well, what can I do? That's just the way I am. I'm British, you know.
Flask. It's a flask. What should you do with a flask?
I'm classy. Ooh, and it's got a kick to it. Fucking hell. However, as I said, baby, boys and girls, we are here to take you on a funky journey. I am Rick James, bitch. That's what we're kind of going to right now. So this is how this is going to work, my friends. We're going to give you the titles of the steps you need to follow to watch the evolution of funk from the beginning to the end. And the first place we're going, I believe, is Wilson Pickett, 66.
It is. Yeah.
Please tell us what we've got with Wilson Pickett, 66.
Mr. Dynamite. Wilson Pickett, I used this one from 1966. Wilson Pickett was a solo musician all his life, and he even this song is rather soul than funk, and it's from 1966. There was no funk to that, but there was one particular thing in this song. There is one particular thing. That's the drum break. And that is what is it called? Syncope, I think. When you don't have boom, jack, boom, but yeah, and that's for me one of the first patterns or first traces of funk music. People say it started with James Brown, and they might be right, as he's the godfather of funk.
Yeah, baby.
But also, and his drums were always like, yeah. But yeah, it has existed before.
I can't listen to James Brown anymore because I had a car crash doing 200 kilometers per hour with the roof down in my small sports roadster, front on crash with 3 cars. And it happened whilst I was listening to James Brown. I will not comment if I was smoking a joint or not at the time. Definitely not going to make any comments about that. But however, it was Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, and I had pulled out into the traffic to overtake somebody. I did the typical maneuver you do when you pull out, which was I checked myself around here and here, and then I came out. And as I turned my head back, the car in front of me went from 200 kilometers an hour to 0. ABB, automatic braking system. And I had no chance to slow my car from 200 kilometers per hour, of course. And so this is what happened to me. I checked around me and James Brown went, Papa's got a brand new bag. And as I looked forwards, it went, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and in that moment, no more distance between me and the next car. And let's just say I'm happy I'm alive. So,
okay, I'm happy you're alive.
I'm fucking happy about it as well, baby. It was a spectacular crash, and I don't recommend to anyone that you learn by doing on that kind of thing. But learning by doing on funk is the way to do it. Sly and the Family Stone, I think, is where we go next, isn't it?
It's the next group, yes. Group from, I think, from California, and they are even as old as Wilson Pickett,
68, I believe.
68. I think they were. That is from the song is called "Sing a Simple Song," and it has already the typical funky drum. And I've just recently watched the Woodstock movie, the old Woodstock movie, which
nice.
where they played. They are that old that they played on Woodstock.
Hey, Sly and the Family Stone, baby. All funky, all the fucking time.
That was the end of part 1 of this 4-part Funkadelic special. Tune in now for part 2, featuring years 1968 till 1972. I'll see you there.